Okay. Welcome to Best Roller, home of the high rollers, and I got a special guest with me.
Denzel Washington. Nah, it's your boy Dre Mathis. Probably one of the greatest dancers in this county, Palm Beach. And I say that with humbleness. Uh, but yeah, it's a pleasure to be here. It's a pleasure to in my usual open air, open space where we love to get down and do stuff. All
I love to hear
right.
it, brother. I love to hear it.
Yes, sir.
Just gonna start off like this.
Okay.
Where are you originally from?
I'm originally from Maryland, PG County, Upper Marlboro. We moved down here, I think, early 2000s. I've been down here ever since. Stayed in Broward first before we stayed up here. I stayed in Plantation for a minute. And then I came down here and I met all of you lovely people.
Besides from your dance career, what is your profession currently?
Right now, I'm in the automotive industry. Um, I work, not gonna say the company because we kind of upper echelon. But if you know, you know. We do a lot of wonderful work. We're now expanding. The company is expanding nationwide. We started with 3. Now we're in Detroit. We're expanding. But I am in the automotive industry. It's a lot of fun. I love cars. If you know me, you know I love cars. Anime cars, dubstep, good music, funk. You know, fun stuff. You know, the good stuff.
For sure, for sure. Describe growing up in Maryland.
Growing up in Maryland was actually a lot of fun. It was very nostalgic. Even when I go back there to this day, I haven't been there in probably like 6 years. But the last time I was there, it's still the same. Winter actually feels like winter. Um, it's a lot different people. You know, it's way different than down here. You know, up there in Maryland, like people are more communicative. Like that's not even a word, but they communicate more. You know, you say hello to someone, they'll say hello back. You know, they won't see you as like being friendly or whatever the fuck that shit is. It's just down here. It's just real different stuff. A lot of different stuff. And when I came down here, you just had to get adapted. That you couldn't really be hospitable to people and nice to people. You know, um, it's just different down here.
Palm Beach is a very hated
It's
city.
I wouldn't say Palm Beach. I just think it's a Florida thing in general.
Just
Because it's so much freedom down here. It's so much freedom of just like not caring, like that non-care mentality. The mentality of not caring leads into people's actions, and then the more people, one person, it literally spreads. It's almost like one day someone down here was just some type of way, and then it just spread. But it is what it is. You just move through it, wave through it, do your own thing, find your own way,
adapt.
and adapt,
For sure.
and just continue to be like me. When I think one thing that helped being down here was like I still remember to be myself, and also I still remember like the stuff that I was interested in, like, and I took all that down here with me. And it was weird because I was like the only person down here from Maryland. And people was like, Maryland, what the hell is Maryland? What the fuck's Maryland? And you go on the map, bro, it's like a little ass dot. It's small, you
Yeah.
know. DC is where the capital is. Uh, yeah.
What were some things you were into besides dancing?
As I said, anime. I'm into cars. I'm very, 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 very more so into music than I am into anything else. I would say that,
It's like a deeper level of listening whenever you listen to music.
yeah, it's a whole nother understanding of music when I listen to music than when other people listen to music. Um, I hear things in songs and flows and rhythms that people do not hear, and I bring it into my dancing with my own fluid movements and my own. It helps. It helps. The music helps with the dancing. So I blend it with the movements because I'm often told that I can create the sounds with my movement. And as I continue to do this, I start to realize that I continue to do that. And I'm starting to notice it's because I'm so interested in music and how the whims and how the sounds of a crash of an actual, damn, a
Like the
hi hat,
cadence and all that.
the cadences, the crashes of hi hats, The reason why I love dubstep so much because there were so many different sounds.
Yes.
I like
It's like
sounds.
morphing.
I like sounds. And when they sound good together, that's what I'm saying. It's like I said, it's weird how I see music and how people see music. Also, I used to play music. I used to play trumpet. Um,
Okay. Okay.
I was in
Trumpet. What
marching band.
else?
I was in jazz band. I did a lot
Okay.
of stuff, bro. Once upon a time, bro. But that skill and talent had led to me being able to do what I do today with what I do,
That's good.
pretty much.
That's good though.
My love for music and understanding of music,
You
crescendos,
incorporate,
decrescendos, different keys, minors, flats, like,
you incorporated all of that into your craft.
and it's crazy because people you wouldn't think that you can, but you really can. You can incorporate flats and minors into movements. You can change chords and disruption and distortion with sounds, with movements, and a lot of people don't know that as dancers. I mean, actually, a lot of dancers do know that, but to get it done, to create it, to be able to portray it, it's not as easy as it sounds. And I'll be the one to tell you that. None of the shit that I do is easy. It's a lot of fun though.
It takes a lot of discipline too, right?
hmm A lot of discipline and a lot of constant repetition. But now I'm at a point to where I don't really have to go to the studio to train. When I train, it's a bonus. When I go to the studio and practice and just sit in the studio for hours, and I'm in the studio for hours. Sometimes I'm in there till I damn near pass out. There's a lot of movements and styles that people have not seen that I can do, that I do, um, that I just simply portray because because like I said, I'm in right, well,
Yeah.
I'm in the funk industry, and well, what is now the funk industry, we help create, um, where I've created my movements and my dance to this particular style and sound of music. So now when I dance, I have to utilize these certain movements. Slowly, I'm trying to incorporate over time until it's perfected to where I can actually showcase this style, to where I'm incorporating all of my movements into this one style, to where it's not looking awkward or not looking strange, and more enjoyable to the eye instead of looking so all over the place. Um, and that's been my main goal right now. Because to be honest, I got bored with the factor of dancing a long time ago because it started to get really lame to me. Um, it started to become very stationary and static. A lot of people were doing the same thing of what others were doing for years instead of taking foundations and rooted things and creating their own thing off of that. So, for example, there's no one you can say out here that looks or dances like me. The only way someone would move or have a movement style that is similar to mine is if I've literally danced with them and they danced around me. Because I've literally gathered what this stuff is. It's literally an expression and learning what dance is. Literally gathering all of your friends, what your friends, what you learn from all your people that you dance with around as you dance, and turning it into something without taking what they do.
It's like
And that's also hard to do, you know, because but it's not hard once you find your own flair, once you find your own style.
because most dancers nowadays they just TikTok dancing,
hmm
foot
So
shaking.
if you're not doing this shit like legitimately for like doing it, if you're not doing it because you enjoy the art and you enjoy the love of dance and you enjoy just being yourself and just getting out there and you know what I'm saying, like I don't know, man. Like I see it because you can't really put. I've never understood balance because you can't put somebody else's creativity
In a competition
in a
type of vibe.
competitionness with
It just
somebody else's
it kills
creativity.
their drive, I
No,
guess.
it's not that. It's not got nothing to do with any of that type
Oh,
of stuff.
okay.
It's the simplicity of like if everyone is supposed to have an individual, like everyone's an individual, we're all supposed to have our own uniqueness. I'm not. I'm. I don't see the unnecessary theme to go somewhere, boast, and be that dude because my style is better. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's
Like it's weird to me.
like rap battles or shit.
It's like it's like I don't do this for nobody else. You feel me? I don't do this for like, you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't do it to prove to nobody nothing. I do it to continuously prove to myself that, damn, bro, I still can do this.
Because, like you said, you got warranty.
So when it gets to that point, that's when it becomes fun. Because then you start doing strange stuff. You start going out of the box. You stop caring. You stop really worrying. Yeah, you stop really worrying about, like, man, is this look tight? Does this look hard? You will realize that a lot of the hardest dances that you see, honestly, is this.
Slow motions.
No, simplicity. Like, simple stuff. Like, people would like, you see what I'm saying? It's like when you break that, you realize, like, oh damn, and I can do this to any beat. I don't even have to move. I don't have to like use energy. And then you build from that. And then once you build from that, then you know when to and how to throw and how to properly distribute energy when you're dancing. It took me a long time to learn that shit, bro. It took me a long time. Like, you have people literally creating like variations of, like, I forget her name. She created the literal AI. Like, she can move like AI. She created that movement style. Like, it's not robotic. It's still fluid and it's still human. Like, but the movements are literally still like, you're still moving normal, but you're not stiff like a robot. So you see what I'm saying? Versus stuff like this, it's subtle movements. Like, there's a time and place for everything. And one thing, like I said, I love to hear about all the time, and I see it all the time. And anybody that knows me, that dances with me, legitimately came and trained with me from morning time to nighttime, sweating, all that. My boys out in Miami. I don't care what type of video you put online. I don't care what type of battle clip you put. I don't care what. I tell people the ultimate test is when you come dance with me.
Makes them show you.
Not when you're in front of everybody else. Not when you're in front of like a crowd of your yes men and your oohs and ahs. Where you're with me. When we go in hand, when you're somebody that's really gonna tell you that your shit sucks. Or it's gonna give you pointers and remind you that you're still growing, that you're still not the greatest yet. You know, because neither am I and neither is the next guy. They're still not the greatest dancer ever on this earth. And that's something that a lot of people ain't understand yet.
A lot of people think it's Chris Brown.
A lot of people want to be it.
Yeah.
There will never, I don't care what anybody says, there will never, to this day, there will never be the greatest, like the one sole greatest. There will be a multitude of great dancers because at the end of the day, we're all great. We're all talented in our own, literally in our own aspect, in our own way, in how we portray ourselves. Like, and I think that aspect of dance as well has been lost. People's originality has been lost. They've been told to move a certain way and they've been shown to move a certain way. Not even that. It's a thing of like for example, I'll give you a good example. The guy's name is Philip Chabib, or I forget how to pronounce it. That move has now been incorporated into like almost everybody's style of when they think that waving and popping. It's like, how I say is I give you a good example of what I mean. So if I were to see something like this, I wouldn't want to do something like this because somebody already did it. I want to look and see, hey, bro, what had him think that? What type of like thought process was thrown on when he went to do that? Like, what makes that variation? What was he doing to get him to think that? Oh shit! I can what was he thinking? When you do that, that's when you start to realize that you don't have to do this. You don't have to do that. And a lot of people, they forget that. Take the same aspect, but use your own mental, like, and I think that's as well what keeps me throughout the freestyle processes when I dance. I can think of different variations of different movements while I'm moving. Everything I do is off the top of the head. Nothing I do is scripted. The only time any dancing was scripted was when I was on World of Dance and I was Will for district. That was the only time anything in my life has been recorded scripted, where I choreographed to do this, and I didn't even know choreograph. Shout out to Brian. Brian taught me choreography. I was freestyling so much that I didn't realize that choreography, there was a aspect of choreography that I was missing when it came to my freestyle, proper placements and timing. And that's when I made a realization as well that a lot of people can't dance.
That's real.
I'm just being honest. The music starts and nothing happens. That's a little Bob. That's a little hey. So then they would look to me and say, dude, you how can you? And I respect those people that do that shit, because those were the same people that were honest with themselves and didn't care. Like, they were like, bro, I want to actually learn how to dance, bro. A lot of these, and it's people, a lot of dancers, they feel like that's a freedom, a freestyle, it's escape. And I've had people come to me and they told me straight, like, bro, thank you, bro, for showing. I feel like more free. Like, I feel like it's like a wall that's been missing. Like, so now with me, what happened was I had an issue of trying to stick to choreography. I would do my own moves because that was what coming from a freestylist into choreography. I would literally be trying to learn choreography and I'd be trying to do a step and I would do what I wanted to do, not what I was shown. So it took me like 3 weeks to get rid of that feeling and get rid of that, like, just that urge to want to do my own thing, you know? And it was a lot of discipline that I had to learn, but it made me even better.
What drove you to that?
Michael
Jackson?
And a trace of him is in every single video that I've ever created. If you watch my stuff, every just that I can't do anything as magical as he did, right? I can't go with the crazy CGI. I can't go with the crazy like making crazy illusions with the equipment that we have right now. But I've managed to create a world where when you watch any of our content, you see me, but you don't see me. You see an individual that's on a mission. He's out here. He's doing his thing. Similar to as Michael Jackson. When you saw Michael Jackson, you didn't see Michael Jackson. You saw a crazy, awesome performer. And that's the essence that I wanted to create with my stuff. I don't want people to be worried about, you know, when they watch my content. I want to immerse you into the world. And it's crazy because I created it off of the simple environments here. And the thing is, a lot of people don't know that a lot of the places that they walk by every day, I've already made content, shot a video here in the same exact place that when they watch the video, it's made them feel. It's the same feeling that when you're at Universal and you look at like a fucking, I don't know, like you look at the wall of like Harry Potter or something, and you get that feeling. Yeah, it's like you're there. You know what I mean? It's like, damn. But I definitely will honestly say that I'm definitely known, and it's definitely due to the underground community. Shout outs to all the people that support what we got going on. Shout outs to RC, Ryan Celsius Sounds. Check them out. Hit them up YouTube. Subscribe. We just hit 600K. Blaze Bus Army 600K. The ski mask video just hit over 120K or 101K. Yeah, it's up there. And then there's a few other things, but there's been a lot of work bricks that we laid in order a long time ago during the pandemic while people were sleeping and not afraid to come out and afraid to do what they wanted to do. We never stopped what we were doing. And I think that was the time as well when we were allowed and able to be seen, because everything was so saturated. Everything was so saturated with like just everything. And then when COVID came, everything stopped. But we didn't. So with consistency, when you're doing stuff, consistently doing stuff, people started going, "Whoa, what the hell's going on over there?" Like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then that's when RC, Ryan, they came through, and they were like, "Yo, this is dope. Can you do a video to this song though?" Dropped it. Bam. I was not, when we made Ski Mask, we were not expecting for that many people to fuck with Ski Mask like that. We were not. Like, it's so funny because it was like 103 degrees outside. I'll never forget that shit. I'll never forget that.
That's too hot.
We were driving. Everything was closed. Everything was closed. We was like, bro, what's this video like? I was like, this video is hard. I mean, not video, this song is hard. He's like, what are you doing with this video? I was like, this song, we're gonna do this song. He's like, man, he's like, you mean the one with just the picture? Because it was the picture of it. It was like the picture was like VCR. That's when we got the VCR. We got Bless RC. Like, so Ryan shot it over. I'm sitting down in my room and I'm watching it in my house, and I'm like, I watch it's like, fuck them motherfuckers. I don't love them motherfuckers. Put them in the motherfucker. Take it. And I'm like, okay. And it's just, but it's creeping. And I'm like, And then the beat, and it's the hello somewhere in there. I was like, damn. That cadence stuck with me so much. And I was listening to Ryan and Funk way before that. Like when it first dropped, Trap in Japan 1 with the DBZ, Krillin and Tien at the table, all that shit. The Sailor Moon, like before it was even a thing today. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm sitting in my room watching this video, right? And I'm like, damn, like, and when I hear music, I notice visually when I go to dance to the song, I'll dance to the song visually off of what I saw. Energy wise. So the energy would either be violent, crispy, or savage. So originally the video was actually supposed to be on the rooftop, which would have been even crazier. But to this day, now looking at the video, it's a whole, like, a lot of be what it is, right? We were gonna do that on a rooftop. Everything was closed. That was the one day we had rooftop access, and I will never forget this because it was me, Wolf, Mingo, and he's like, bro, Mingo had the rooftop access. He's like, bro, we can shoot this on the rooftop, blah, blah, blah. He's like, it's gonna be the most craziest video out of all your videos. Remember, we would always constantly shoot, just making stuff. And my whole Instagram is full of stuff. My YouTube full of stuff till we stopped because we got partnered with Ryan, and now, bro, it's like whatever. So when it came down to get to the area, he goes on his phone, he's calling the places, they're not answering the phone. He's like, dog, I think the close. Right? So Wolf was like, oh yeah, let's just do this shit over at, the park or whatever. We're driving and we see the shopping center, and he's like, bro, let's just pull up. So we pulled up, and I'm looking and I go, bro, we're right there. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, right in front of the trash can. And at the time, it was funny because a few people were saying like my stuff like wasn't as good as what it's supposed to be. And I was sitting back, I was like, yeah, let's do it in front of that dumpster since my shit's trashed anyway, right? Right? Aesthetics. So Wolf was like, bro, it's 103 degrees. We're in the car. We get out the car. I'm chugging water, bro. It was the weirdest thing ever. It was a hot, like, that day was weird. It was a hot like never before. A heat like never before. And I get out of the car, bro, I take my shirt off. I throw the hoodie on that Ryan sent me. Boom. Wolf's like, bro, it's so funny. It was like, bro, I'm about to just turn the camera off. We're going to get a quick B-roll. We're going to try this B-roll out thing. The B-rolls that we use, like how we do what elevated from the B-rolls now to what we have from today. Wolf's like, just stand here. So I'm standing here. He does a little weird thing. He's like, it's going to be for the beginning or whatever. Just, I'll edit it. So I'm sitting there. He's like, let's go. Drop some music. The music played from his car because we didn't have the big speaker at the time. So he's playing from the car, and that's when you literally see me walking, and I'm just walking, and the music's playing. But I'm so fucking hot. I'm wearing a hoodie. I'm wearing joggers.
You were a different person.
I got the hood up.
You lucky you didn't get no heat stroke.
I locked in. I just locked in. And hello, is someone there? That's all I heard. And then I started to hear the words. And then from there, the whole video is, you literally see me here. You literally see it happen. You literally hear me. So I feel out the song. I feel like the cadence. And then I start to go into the ding, 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 ding. So you see what I'm saying? There's so much that I hear in music that people don't hear. Because this is going on while the cadence is happening, while the because as you're going, the beat's going. Then the bass. It's crazy. The song is crazy.
There's a thing where I kind of learned how to listen to the different levels of music. You know Dead Mouse, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know they're mixed to "I'm Not Alone" by Calvin Harris.
Dead Mouse has a song called "I Remember." When I tell you the chords and the cadence and everything in that song,
Chef's kiss.
it's the best song on earth. Suicide Boys made Antarctica to it. Wiz made ONIFC to it. Only nigga in first class.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but there's chords in those, so they're mixing with and then da. There's so much chords in that. It's like literally trumpet sitting on a line, just and different. He literally put like a first, second, third, fourth, fifth, in different areas in this song, literally in a song with it's so beautiful because it's something you're not supposed to be able to do with electric. Yes, it's something you're not supposed to be able to do with to make it sound so effortlessly. Like one is literally the lead and one is the second. It's good to make things sound good together, but it's hard to make something literally sound like something is the lead, something's the second, something's the third, something's the fifth. And like something's supposed to come in as the lead, but as that portion, but it's still the third, and then still go back to being the third as the no, it takes someone being an actual musician.
Yeah, musically intelligent. That's good though. How many people made fun of you and doubted you, and how did you deal with it?
A lot. A lot. You know what's funny? Like before they saw the Pensacola performance and show, well, not even then, people was realizing like, okay, this is going somewhere in a sense. Me personally, I'm still not noticing it. People are telling me that it is. I don't see it. I don't notice it because we're so with it. You know what I mean? Involved in it. Like when I found out that people were literally going to tours for this stuff, like there are tours being thrown. You know what I'm saying? Like when I saw that the actual mainstream music industry is finally going back to that cadence, but they don't want to be honest with it. They just need at the end of the day, you're going to classify it as Memphis trap, or you're going to either classify it as Houston, Texas trap or screw. You can't either way. That's where it originated from. That's where it comes from. There's no way to differentiate that around it. It comes from the black culture of Memphis trap and Texas chop and screw. A lot of this stuff and a majority of this stuff, bro, is washed with a bunch of things that people think that it's from, but no, that's really where this all is from. You know, Bone Thugs and Harmony was beefing with, see, there's things that people don't even know about all this, There's roots behind this stuff. Real roots that where we live and where people make music off of. It has real stories behind it, It has real history behind it. Another thing is that this music has been around similar in my life. Like in Maryland, like I told you from Maryland, our style of music is go-go. Boom, doop, 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 doop,
Like
doop.
the old Maryland.
Mhm. It's called go-go. My One of my relatives passed, Chuck Brown. He was one of the godfathers of go-go. Rest in
Wow.
peace. I'm talking, he's one, it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that go-go swing. You just do
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Boy, you got that. Rest his
He the
soul,
Godfather.
boy. For real,
He the
dude.
Godfather for
For
real.
real.
So you come
Um,
from a family of legends.
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know, man. I I come from a family of good people. I come from a family of people that wanted to do stuff with themselves. I come from a family of people, hardworking African American individuals that wanted to move forward with a future that even though they couldn't see, you know what I'm saying, they tried their best to make it happen, even though they couldn't see it. It's just like faith. It's just like when you believe in God, like, you know what I mean? Um, it's that strong. It's that type of love, you feel me? And when you realize that love, you also ultimately receive that same intuition and you receive that same duty, and it's your job to make sure you enforce that onto, you know, the other your generations. But what I also want to do, I want to also spread that same mentality that my parents instilled in me and all that shit to the world, bro. My family has to the world, you feel me? Like if everybody was happy, like just stop being so angry all the time and shit,
Trying
right?
to act too
Like
tough.
all
All that tough shit. Like all that tough shit. Like I don't.
nah, bro.
Me
You
personally,
could
bro.
you
I
could
don't
be
understand that
tough.
shit.
You could be tough without being tough.
You gotta act tough, bro.
I
You
don't
gotta
think
act tough, bro.
you
I'm
don't.
gonna know you soft.
You
I'm gonna know you
know.
soft.
It's like I know some like not even like bro. I know some people that would tell you the same thing. Like you don't you could be tough and you don't have to act tough. Like because here's the thing, a man knows and can feel another man's capabilities, not off of sight, but just off of feeling.
Feeling how they respond to stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We are literally, we are animals. We are, you know. So you're going, you know, if you don't like another dude or something, it's really best you figure that out personally on your own to figure out why you don't like this person. It sounds weird too, you know, because us as men, we don't, you know, it's we don't have these you know what I'm saying? We don't talk like this. You feel me? Like if you genuinely don't, if you find like, because it happens to everybody, you know, generally figure out why you don't like that person, and then really figure out if that's really a reason to not like that person.
That shit is weird.
I promise you, you will literally, bro, literally, bro. When you see that person, you'll be cool as fuck with that person. I guarantee you because you'll realize that you were literally basing your judgment off of your own personal instances, off of what you do and how you react to certain situations. And when people realize that in their heads, that their head be fucking with them to where it's made them lose friendships, it's made them lose connections, it made them lose opportunities. It's like situations like, for example, where you see where someone, I'll give you a good example. Somebody drops their wallet over there, right? Or yeah, your homeboy drops his wallet, right? He leaves it there. Nobody touched it. Nobody touches it. The wallet is still in the same place. Your boy doesn't realize that because you're already in the car. Y'all left. Y'all in the car. Y'all talking out. Yo, where my wallet? Or It could be anything. Say you can say anything. We'll say Brock or fucking, I'll stick a wallet. You go back to the place where you take your friend. The wallet, and not in this reality, obviously, the wallet won't be there. And the wallet will still be there. Your boy will be like, damn, bro, I really thought you.
Well,
What you need to realize is you need to realize that this individual had somebody either take from them before to where they don't really trust other people or their own friends around them. So there's still that level of trust that even as a friend you haven't gotten through to. You know, there's a level of understanding that they don't really have about how not everybody is the same. You know, um, so they'll put the blame on literally everybody. So they start looking around the car. That's why they'll start. They won't say everybody, but they'll start genuinely accusing everybody. Only to find that their wallet was never touching his back. And they're like, oh, my bad, bro. But then you realize that's what they start to think about you inside naturally.
that offends the other person.
Which in turn, when the person that got accused will realize, if they're smart, that this person in general doesn't trust them.
Doesn't trust these. Makes sense. Makes sense.
So you have to put yourself around people that you trust and people that trust you. So that way you don't have to avoid situations like that. I mean, you can avoid situations like that, and you have less nonsense and drama in your life, and you have more discussions and conversations.
That recent big show that you had in was it Sarasota?
No, Pensacola.
Pensacola. Talk about that.
That was actually a lot of fun. It was actually a good time to meet a lot of the people that watch what we do. Shouts to people that came through. Definitely shouts to the people that came through. Um, the the energy that we created on the stage was awesome. To be able to interact, and do what we do on the stage while the show is going on, and Ryan is on beat with it just all flowed. Like it was a show within a show while the show was going on.
You're in your
Bro,
world, in another world, while
wow.
doing something in the world.
It's like literally like on some shonen jump shit. What people are starting to realize is that Ryan, and it goes down, recipes Akira Toriyama, goes down to the shonen shit. Right now, and I say this humbly, I'm the Goku of this shit, bro. I'm the only person doing it. I'm the first drawn character of this with its own title in a sense. You see what I'm saying? Wolf is the artist. Like he's drawing this shit. We creating, bro. Like, and people are lucking, and we're not. We're not doing it to show our ass to just be out here. We're doing it because we enjoy doing it. It's what we love to do, and just off of doing that, it was great because, like I said, back to the TikTok shit. When I saw that TikTok was going, like, that's when I realized I was like, okay, this is not good because now everybody dances the same. Now everybody wants to. Body yada yada, boy, Uzi Hammer was body yada yada, and like, and this is no offense, nothing like that. Those are like cheerleader movements, and I don't know if y'all boys peep that. So what's it called? So it just rationalized and made me sit back and go, okay, I have to find my own lane because one, there are people out here that were like God tier, like I'm talking insane. Like, and people know I'm good. Like there are people out here that are fucking monsters, bro. And that's why I tell people all the time, I'm not the best dancer in the world. I'm not the greatest. I'm one of the greatest probably in the city, but I'm not. They're hard. And the greats that are with me that were doing this before me, that pretty much laid the foundation for what I've been doing. OGs like DeMarco, OGs like Slick, OGs like Andre, OGs like let's see, Dwayne. I mean, Dwayne don't he quit a little bit ago, but a long time ago. OGs, bro. Like that we're doing this out here, repping for Palm Beach, you know, because you had Broward, Miami, Palm Beach. You know what I mean? We used to do this thing we call Final Cipher. I wish they brought that back. That was a fun time.
You could bring it back
I could.
because you have the influence.
I wish I did.
You have the influence.
You'd be surprised, brother.
Sure.
I asked around. I asked around. I'll make a phone call.
Don't what's the word? Don't
I'll make a phone call.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Make a phone call.
Quick phone call.
Quick phone call.
But
no
condescension.
Yeah, not condescend myself. But whatchamacallit? The TikTok is just like I said, it ruined everything. Like I said, I found my own lane, and I had to realize that if we're gonna do something, we were gonna do it. We're gonna do it all the way. Like we weren't gonna half-ass it. We weren't gonna bullshit with it. We weren't gonna, And that's when we started to get a little more grungy. Start getting a little more darker with it, stuff like that, because it is the underground. I'm not gonna misportray something. I'm gonna portray something for exactly what it is. You don't want me to really portray it for what it is, because we will. We talked about it. That's in the plans for Halloween. But it's an essence of music that I enjoy. So what I did was, like I said, I took it, and when I sat back and I was like, you know what? I've been dancing to dubstep. I've been dancing to freaking lo-fi for years. I've been dancing to all this stuff, rap music, R&B music. It just ain't hit. Like, I get to this, it's hitting to me harder than anything. It's just hitting. I'm hearing beats.
Motivate you to dance more.
Because remember, I told you I was bored. It allowed me to take something and create. It allowed me to take from what I already knew and throw it into something that was already there. That wasn't there, and just make something out of it. And I don't know if it intrigues people to this day, what they see. I don't know. It's just a lot of footwork and a bunch of popping and crumping. Small element, very slight elements of crumping. I want to learn more crumping, like more of that element, like that essence of style. Throwing my body. I don't want to learn from somebody, because like I said, I don't like dancing like people. You know what I mean? I never liked dancing like another person. Like I'll tell you, like Andre taught me when it comes to waving, cutting up. Andre taught me everything I know. It got to a point to where I started to dance just like Andre. It got to the point to where me and Andre danced together so much that we literally would stand together and we looked identical. The only difference was the fact that he was a solid, structured person and I was a wavy person. So Andre, that's why one of the elements that are still in my wave, though, is my hand connection to my arm. This is Andre's move. My move is very different. It's similar. It's just.
It's more wave.
So he was the one that taught me that initial foundation of like, bro, don't be a biter. Which I think is something that we need to start throwing back into the community nowadays again. Stop biting. I'm tired of seeing the same stuff that other people did. Like, it's just that, I like fresh. I like new stuff. Like you could scroll like, and it blew my mind the other day. I was pretty cool. Like I found it pretty cool. I went through my videos. I can't find this. I can find the same move in every video, but not every video looks the same.
It's always different. Every two videos is different.
No, it's not even that. Every single video is different. It's a different movement style, different. That's when I realized my body doesn't react and do what my brain wants to do to the music. My body reacts to how the music makes me feel. So some videos are more aggressive where I'm throwing more and I'm just footworking and I'm throwing more. And then some are very intricate where I'm solid and I'm stiff and I'm doing simple, intricate popping movements, shit like that. Some are like where I'm just like chilling, where I'm just vibing to the track and I'm hitting stuff. It's a lot of different movements and styles that you end up incorporating throughout this time and throughout when you're dancing, But
What are some local stars or celebrities that you came across or encountered with your dancing?
Currency, Riff Raff. That was in Pensacola though.
Yeah, yeah.
They were part of the show.
Dancing. Not
Yeah.
out here, but like all together.
Yeah, I was able to meet Currency, Riff Raff. Wasn't really like a. I'm not sorry, like I said, I don't bullshit people. Wasn't really like I met them. Said what's up, said hello.
Okay.
Like one of the times I walked in Currency's room. I walked in bro dressing room, and his security was like they didn't peep the game that I was like not a part, because I was like just walking back there because like we all had the same dressing room. So like when one performer went on, another went in there and whatever, and I guess him and his whole entourage was in there. And I just walked in, his security didn't know I was in there. I walked in and then I walked out. Because I got my stuff, like because we were literally about to finish doing our thing. I had to run back, get my stuff. Ran back, got my stuff, and I realized I left my water. So I was thirsty. But I was so thirsty from after because I love the air up there. That's the air, like performing air. Like you can breathe. It's not humid like down here. So I'm sitting there and I'm running back down the steps to fucking, and I come in the room. Security's like, yo, bro, where you going? Where you going, bro? I was like, what you mean? I'm getting my water. I'm a performer. He's like, oh, no, you can't go in there right now. You can't go in there right now. I'm like, what's going on in there? My water's in there. What's going on in there? What y'all doing in my water? He's like, hey, he started cracking up. He's like, hey, little bro, currency in there, man. I was like, I was just in there. Y'all didn't even see me.
Yeah. Oh man.
It was a cool interaction though.
That's good though. That's good.
It's weird. People just know I don't like. I literally don't meet nobody. I just be.
Like, bro,
I roam the earth.
That right there just shows like a very, what's the word, bro? Very just calm, genuine interaction. Not no extra toughness, no scriptedness, no nothing, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Because the thing is, you gotta understand is most of the security guards are just simply doing their jobs.
Yeah, that's it.
If they see that the next person can just walk up to them and one person, then the next dude's gonna do it. Then the next, like when people talk about people in general, nobody in general should be going on stage if you're not a part of the performance, or the person that's performing knows that you're somewhat a part, or you're not part of that clique or entourage, should not be jumping on no stage. Like that's an easy way to get hurt. It doesn't get you no fame. It doesn't get you. You just get known as that nigga that got knocked out on stage by security. Like, don't do that. What's wrong with you? Yeah, it's not like broken on stage. Ah! You feel me? Like that's literally what the video looked like. Every video you see them. They get up on the stage.
Ragdoll off the fucking stage and shit. What impact did Akira had on your childhood?
Damn. Akira Toriyama raised me. No, I'm kidding. Akira Toriyama, here's what Akira Toriyama did. Akira Toriyama, he established a newfound way of viewership. So he established watching something that wasn't so cartoony and wasn't so adult, grown manish, all that shit, to where it was tolerable by anybody. Anybody could pick it up and watch it. How you find a blend of that is beyond me. How you're able to do that is beyond me. Because he did it so smoothly to where grown men were growing up with Dragon Ball Z till their like 80s and 60s, 70s. There's older cats out here that watch this show religiously, simply because it's the foundation. He made sure we literally all grew up with this guy. So from childhood into teenage adulthood, and then into super, and we're all literally adults now, like literal grown. I'm almost 30, like it's that meaning that we've watched somebody's, I wouldn't say somebody, but we watched an animated individual's trilogy and saga and lifetime, one step after another, all the way from childhood
to a grown ass man,
to a grown man, from someone that was punching dinosaurs, a baby that was punching big fish, punching cars, only able to punch a hole in a wall, couldn't even get a Kamehameha through a wall, that's now fighting angels, gods.
deities, all that, bro.
Yeah, deities. It's deeper than and we watched it happen. So it means more to us than other people, the kids that grew up, just watching, because we literally had to wait and come home every single day,
Literally.
5 o'clock Toonami, to watch Dragon Ball.
Literally. Shout out to
And if you didn't know what the hell was going on in Dragon Ball Z, and you still want to watch it, you can watch Dragon Ball Z at like, what was it, 5:30 or no, 6 o'clock, and it will only either show one episode, and you were blessed if you got that 2 episode special. The only time, and I'll never forget this shit, the only time we ever got that 2 hour special was when it was Frieza, and when the Cell, no, the Buu Saga, no, the Cell and the Buu Saga, this Buu, the games, when they were at the tournament.
Yeah.
Everything else, they just chopped up episode, and then the last episodes they made it like an hour special. The last, I'll never forget that, when he Kamehameha Buu to oblivion. But that was when, for us, that was when Dragon Ball Z ended.
To be honest.
So I've always seen Super as like a homage to Akira Toriyama, because to be honest, I thought he was already dead long time ago, because these guys have been making this art and stuff since the early 90s, late 80s, bro.
You know his net worth was 56 million.
So I was thinking, like, I even tell you, like, it's crazy, like, what, like, last year, I remember asking, I was like, did Akira Toriyama die? It was like, no, that's the dude to make Dragon Ball Z. I was like, oh, I thought he was already dead. They're like, no, dude's still alive. So when I found out he just died recently, I was like, oh, wow. Because, like I said, I thought it was like one of those Walt Disney type of ordeals, where this guy's made magic and people are just benefiting off of his magic and creating off of what he rooted in. But that wasn't the case. This guy was still alive and still benefiting off of what he made, and everything that he made was what he made. Dragon Quest, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super. There's other stuff he had a hand in. A lot of the Bandai Namco shit. A bunch of stuff, bro. Chrono Trigger. Just dope. Shit ton of stuff. There's other comics and stuff that he made that weren't just Dragon Ball. There's a bunch of other stuff that he made. A shit ton of other stuff that people don't really know. Nah, he definitely shaped a lot of stuff. It definitely, just the influence of Goku showcasing that. A lot of people started calling it inside power up, all this stuff. But as you watch the show, he's already destined to be that dude. So it's not that he got a power up. It's not he already had it. He just unlocked it, just magically at that time. The timing is always perfect with him. That's the essence of Goku. He already has the ability. He just unlocks it. He's unlocked.
Did you know the creators of Yu-Gi-Oh and Inuyasha died too?
What?
Yep.
When did this happen?
I don't know exactly, but the girl that made Inuyasha died, and the man that made Yu-Gi-Oh died too. Crazy, right? I think it was within the same 2 weeks. I think so, bro. In the same 2 weeks or whatever. Could be something going on.
Hey, bro. It's in the same 2 weeks. I don't know nothing. I don't live in Japan.
Right.
They got so much stuff over there that, like, to where you can't even, if you know something, you can't even make a conspiracy theory. Like, because they're so structured and they're so on top of everything. So, like, you could literally there could be a mass murder that happens in Japan and no one would know about it unless they will. Like, it's catastrophic. Like, because they're so good at covering that shit up. You see what I'm saying? Like, so if there is turmoil and weird, wicked stuff at play, I wouldn't be surprised if there is. Because I kind of figured him dying weird, awkwardly like that, randomly.
I don't know where, bro.
But we say that about everybody. And people that support stuff and fans, you always want to have that, feeling in your heart, like, oh, they're still alive, or there has to be an answer to this, there has to be vengeance, or there's a sense of, like, needing to find an answer. But I think he just died.
I feel like he got killed. Do you think his successor is gonna keep Dragon Ball Z like alive, or is he gonna kind of slowly kill him?
I don't know, actually, because
his successor wrote Super.
Yeah, Super only got good though at the Tournament of Power because Akira had to step in.
Exactly.
So what you have to remember is that if someone still has been taught everything that somebody knows, they can still take that foundation and create something greater off of, and not use exactly what they did. But us as viewers and watchers, in this case, he has no other choice. So he has to, use the same characters. Not the same character, but he has to use the same plot structure. He has to follow these same guidelines.
It's like that one episode when Goku was fighting the Ginyu Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when the Captain Ginyu stole Goku's body, but he couldn't go Super Saiyan. He didn't have the same strength. He didn't know how to do certain things. That shows you that you could be in someone's shoes. You could be them, literally, but you won't get the same results.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Exactly.
So, what are your thoughts on today's society?
Today's society is crazy. Everybody crazy. The world's crazy, bro. Today's society is it's a bad place. It's very bad. But behind closed doors, it's really weird. Like, it's really strange. It's that weird feeling in a movie where, like, someone's about to get killed and they don't show it, but then you just hear the sound of them just getting murdered, and you see the blood splatter and you hear the sounds, but it's that same feeling, but now the whole world is like that. You see it on the internet, the comments people put and shit like that. Yeah, people say Twitter and all that shit was like that before, but it's now become something where it's the norm. You got people making fun of special ed kids. You got, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, when I was a kid, my mom used to always tell me, don't. She'd say, don't ever, like, she's like, see the kids, don't ever say anything with disrespect or, because there's a special way how people are punished when they mess with people like that, and it's in this lifetime. And for some people, the worst one is having to have a kid but with the same disability that you were just disrespecting her. So it's getting bad, bro. It's getting bad. There's a lot of children that are under the age of 18, literally going to hell as we speak every probably like every 30 seconds. Kids now. The we are in the almost final stages, where we in the beginning stages of the kingdom on earth that's being built. And people need to start paying attention to that as well. But I'm not going to talk on that either.
What do you think needs to change or come back to bring society back to normal?
They can't. It's too late.
It's too late, right?
So when people are running around talking about 2012 and NWO,
I was scared.
they're going to take over the world. They're going to take our televisions and our weaponry.
I'm scared for Y2K.
What people got to understand is, bro, when they start talking about it, it's already been in motion for years. So a lot of stuff that people have been talking about and all this stuff, haven't even realizing, you're already being, like, controlled on what you see on TV. You're already being fed food that you're like it's happening right now. It's happening, y'all. Like, oh, bro, it's so weird. Like, it's just like when I was telling people about Antarctica, dog. Way back when I was telling people about Antarctica when I was fucking 28 now. I was telling people about Antarctica when I was 20 years old, so 7 years ago. 7 years ago, I was telling people about Antarctica, and people were looking at me like I was crazy. And then I actually read the book. I went to a book, Behold the Pale Horse. People need to read that book. I read that book from beginning to end. And not once when I read this book, I felt like I was reading something that wasn't true. It was to the point to where I couldn't sleep at night when I read this book. Don't read this book if you literally can't handle reality and what you're walking in every day. What you're walking in every day is this reality, but it's been dumbed down and slowly put into place. It's called Behold the Pale Horse. A lot of things people gotta
They put the truth in cartoons to make it comedic so they won't ban it.
Bro, you see how they just finally said that the Earth isn't round? NASA finally like, nah, it's not round. It's shaped like this.
Fucking crazy.
So they had people clowning all those people online. I'm getting a call.
Like
They had the people clowning all those people online. Yeah, the Earth isn't flat, but if it's shaped like this, what the fuck does that mean, bro? Like, that means that there's definitely something that we should all definitely understand and learn that we about this world, because it will make you have to it make them have to rewrite science books. Because if the Earth is a whole different shape, that means you have to do some recalculations on a lot of things like gravity, water, waves, wind frequencies. You have to come up with new terminologies and new formulas, and they're like, fuck, we made this fat ass book.
they don't want to do that.
We made different subjects on this stuff. But
okay, so your mental state currently, where is it at?
that's great. Thanks for asking, my brother. My safe place in my house.
Your house. But what if your house is chaos?
If my house is chaos, my safe place is in my car.
So anywhere that's secluded to you alone, in your own
domain and privacy.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
I enjoy my privacy a lot. Like, I'm very like, it's crazy because people don't even know that shit. Like, I don't. Once upon a time, I was out here like that, like crazy. I used to be out here. But I really like. Once I started enjoying my own personal peace, like, I don't be going nowhere.
So would you say you're happy internally or just externally?
Both.
Both. That's good. That means you're in sync with your body and your mind.
Yeah.
I like that. If you were to relive the same day over and over, what day would that be?
Damn. I don't have one.
Not yet.
Nah, because every day is stupid, dude, honestly. It's I'm sorry, not stupid. But like, there's not much in the past or anything like that I would want to go back to from where I am today that would change that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would not want to jump back into any place, anywhere. You know what I mean? Anywhere, because I know the outcome of the environment and the mentality of people. Because it's like, think about it. If you jump with your mind state right now, and you jump back then with your mind state you have nowhere yet right now, you jump back then to around those people with the same mind state, bro, you probably kill somebody. You would literally kill somebody because you think everyone around you, the whole world, is fucking crazy and weird. So as the times go on, people get smarter, but they also get crazier.
They do tie smartness to craziness.
Geniuses, yeah, they try to say geniuses are crazy, but I think that's not even a spec. Like, I personally think that, like they said, like, crazy, because everybody, and there's nothing anybody can say. Like, everybody be going crazy. Like, everybody crazy, bro. Like, look, bro, Trojan hit the freaking light. Bro was like, yeah, I gotta get him. Like, me. Like, people are crazy. It's just a natural instinct. Like, everyone does weird things, little quirks and shit like that. It's just about people that are like, most people that give a fuck about whether they're showcasing their quirks on. Like, a lot of people, like, they're afraid to not like do the weird shit in front of people. And I've always been an individual that I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do when I want to. You know, at the end of the day, a lot of people, because you can't be constricted in your own brain to other people's thoughts, bro. Like, people, like, you literally have people walking around here that are afraid to wear something that they want to wear because somebody else is going to think otherwise. Like, think about that. Like, really, really think about that. Like, you literally have somebody that's not gonna walk outside today, bro, because they don't think a shirt, bro, a pair of socks. Not even worse, bro, they draws.
And you can't receive. It's crazy.
So it's an aspect. Fam, of knowing this shit.
That's why you gotta just
and knowing No, when you do give a fuck, bro. No, because bro, when you do give a fuck, bro, you miss out on a lot. You miss out on a lot of opportunities. You miss out on a lot of people that you could have met, a lot of people that you could have knew, a lot of people that places you could have been when you do shit like that.
If you were to write a book about the person who hurt you the most, what would the last sentence be?
The last sentence. If I were to write a book about the person who hurt me the most,
Yeah, what would the last sentence be in the whole entire book?
damn.
That's valid. That's valid. Like literally, damn. Like that? Damn.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real.
Literally.
Okay, so what role does suffering play in a human experience?
What role does suffering play in a human experience? A very good role.
Character development? Real
And we're
shit.
not gonna go off brochure standings. Suffering brings a lot of perseverance techniques. When you suffer, you learn to look at what is absolute and what is and what isn't. Now, because a lot of people think that being miserable is a difference between someone that's suffering. So someone that's miserable can't see what's in front of them because their frustration is so, and their anger with everything in the world is just so they don't see the full picture on anything that they're looking at. Someone that's suffering sees the full picture, sees the depth and the weight and the outcome, and is enduring, literally enduring that weight to get through it and persevere while also complying with the scenario and situation at hand. That's the difference between someone that's suffering and someone that's miserable. So someone that's suffering is definitely a strong. Like there's a point in our life everybody suffers, bro. You know, I suffered before. Like, sheesh. um, but everyone has to deal with it, bro. Everyone's gonna go through it. If you're not humble, you'll be humble. If you're a dumbass out here, you'll be brightened up by either the laws of nature or just by your own doing. Sometimes your own doing is your end.
In this chapter of your life right now, what is the name of it?
Phosphorus. Because it's like a it's like a it's like a native flame that will not that burns at a color that I can't describe, bro. I feel like a whole different person. It's weird. It's like I've been here the whole time, and like I just started going with everything in life, regular life. Because like I said, you know this. Once upon a time, they were just focused on. I only had I had no focus on what I wanted to really do, you know. And then when I finally figured out what the fuck I wanted to do, it's
Found your calling.
not my calling. That's not my fucking calling.
Okay.
But I found what I wanted to do, you know. Because I still feel like my calling is actually motorsports. I feel like racing is my actual calling. I feel like actually being behind the wheel and making crazy thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and even if I win or lose, because I feel like I'd really end up doing that sport because I do it because it's just for the fun of just racing and the thrill, and I'd be fucking good at it too. It's just knowing the ways to get there, huh? Like literally, bro. Like the motorsport that I want to be in, I don't want to be in the Indies. I don't want to be in NASCAR. I don't want to be in Formula Drift. I don't want to be in a trending thing. I want to be in. I want to be in the Aston Martins, the McLarens, the MP7 grades, the supercar grade style of racing. not the crazy indies and formula. If I do, I'll work my way up to that because I feel like, you know me, I get bored. I get bored of the fucking fast shit, and I'll be like, yeah, I want to go faster. I can go faster than this. You know me. I'd be like, what you mean I can go faster than this? And I would do everything it took to go up another grade.
For sure. For sure.
Sliding like, but I mean, I'm 29. I will turn 29 in a few more months, so who knows, bro? Who knows, bro?
You have any more plugins that you want to put?
Plugins?
You want to say?
Shout outs to Oak Wolf TV. Shout outs to Ryan Celsius. Shout outs to everybody, the whole funk community. Shout outs to everybody that looks out, supports everything that we've been doing. As you can see, this regular guy out here is just regular. I just, you know, we just like to make really good stuff, and we do it for most people like enjoyment. You know what I mean? Like, especially during COVID, like I said, that's when we went even harder and we started going even harder because everyone was stuck at home, and like I felt like that was the time where like it was like, okay, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this all the way. We're gonna go hard with what we have, you know. But we're also still gonna stay true to the mission and be who we are, stay true to ourselves. We're not gonna front and put on like a gimmick. I'm not gonna change the Dre that I was. I'm not gonna turn into like this cool dude. Like, it just doesn't happen. And I don't know how that happens to people. But actually I do. I've seen it. We've all seen it. A lot of yeses. And then it turns into a shit ton of no's. And then you don't hear from them ever again and they just disappear. But it happens, bro. I'm being one to tell you, not a lot of people will get successful where we are, where we come from here, because everyone's already on their own success way. Because you can do your own thing. You don't have to do. The world's realized you don't have to do anything to celebrity like to make crazy money, and that's what I'm starting to love. You don't have to be this famous individual on the billboard to make millions of dollars. You could be fucking Bob in fucking Palm Beach Island, sitting on the fucking beach, got 400 million in the bank. Nobody knows where you are. Nobody knows who you are. Well, they know who you are, but they don't. But it's your immediate family and friends, not the whole wide world. You know what I mean? Like that bond level shit. You know, that's real money right there to me. That's real fame and real. You know, that's real. That's that real shit to me. Like that's that real. You don't have cameras in your face. You don't have a management team in front of you. You don't have all this stuff. You don't have somebody backing you. You literally, you worked for every penny that wasn't in advance given to you. You know what I mean? You worked for every penny. Whether it was from what you were doing or it was from you literally working your 9 to 5. And a lot of people are afraid to show that they work a fucking 9 to 5. All y'all work 9 to 5s, and I don't know why y'all scared to act like y'all fucking work. Like, going to work is a normal fucking thing. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, bro? Like, get shit together, man.
It's just.
That's what I'm saying. It's weird, bro. Like, people, it's not even, bro. That's not even a thing. And that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what makes it so frustrating. People create things to make things that aren't things, to have situations and invisible things about things. As fucked up and weird that sounds, listen to it again. Play your shit back. We created clout, so now we have clout chasing. We created clout, so now we have people chasing for clout. We have people doing things for clout. Clout. If we never even made clout a fucking thing, whose idea was even created? Don't pay it no mind. You know, it's weird, bro. Like, it's like, and that's what I keep noticing. Like, create something and then you complain about it down the road. I don't pay it no mind. So like, cause like, for example, anybody, so like you saying like the president or these other people that are actually doing stuff, where people are fully connected to their stuff, anything they post to get 300 likes, 1,000 likes or whatever, that's for clout. No, that's just they generate that insight. It's so much things that people create. Like it's somebody, what happens is somebody that gets, this is what happens. Somebody gets the negative outcome of something. So they bash that and create that, right? That in turn turns into a saying that gets utilized. I got this, I got that, da, da, da. You were that, da, da, da. to where then in turn it gets so overused that it becomes annoying. The person and people that are doing that aspect become the same thing as annoying and corny and cringy, to where it turns into now you're a problem. And now that new phrase that was created, that was utilized by everybody, is now something that's used as the wrong appropriate right now.
Crazy.
It happens with every phrase. It happens with every. So, bro,
Just a lot. It's just a lot.
this was a lot. There's a lot, as you can see, that goes on in my brain on the daily, bro. I'm a deep thinker,
Sure.
but I don't think deep on regular situations. I think deep on like crazy shit. Like, bro, I was thinking this the other day, bro. Hear me out.
For sure.
All right. And I've really thought about this the other day. If I probably sound retarded as shit saying this shit. If the sun, right, the sun that I'm looking at right fucking now, right, the sun is as far as it is, as big as it is, radiating that amount of heat, and we can see it from this close. But it gives us just that right temperature to where we're not on fire blowing up because of the shadows casted and all this stuff throughout the atmosphere. Why can I'm trying to properly put this in words, bro, because I thought about this the other day and I was like, wait a second, I'm tripping. Why can't I see it every day?
Why can't you see it every day? Like the sun?
And why can I see it and why does it move every day? My constellations don't. My constellations are stars as well. Why does the sun I see every day go up and come down like that?
I don't know.
I gotta do more research myself, bro.
That's something to think about.
One of these days, bro, I'm gonna figure this shit out, bro. And I ain't gonna tell nobody. I'm gonna just lock myself in a room, and I'm just sit there and I'm just sit my ass in a room, bro. I ain't telling nobody.
I feel you. Shit, I appreciate having you on, the show.
It was a pleasure.
For real, bro. Great, powerful conversation.
I don't hang out with friends, so.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
I don't hang out with friends, so this is great to get out of the house. Yes, curse.